Just a little bit of knowledge here. And I just thought this was interesting to read. Well, we got this live Kenny Badenoch's and the political thing. This is the Mirror, the Daily Mirror. Look at the PA transmit as it says here. You just got this hex. So they're transmitting hex. Now they're using all the magic spell, right? Obviously this is like a media feed. Or they must give it to all the companies and that, right? Basically, they know for a fact they're transmitting hex. On the politics garbage. Jew. So basically, this is a hexagram. Right? 6-pointed star. Hexagon construction by compass. So again, it's in the compass idea in the masonry, right? And now we have the hex and magic spell, right? From the Germanic word hex meaning witch. Now if we basically look at the word witch, if you look at the word witch, right, you basically see TECK, right? So see the W turned on side becomes E. Right? So you basically got TECK. Right? So basically when you have technology, right, it's like witch knowledge, it's like knowledge or witchery techniques of magic techniques, technology. Mary TECK. Now this is basically related to witchcraft. Pauline, Claudine. Now if you look at these photos, right, you should easily be able to see that this was a man. This is, probably the most easy one to see. One of them definitely, where it's just completely a man. It's just totally a man. Not that's being touched up as a photograph as well. It's just a total man. Probably use some technique with the darkness in the background to give more of like a female type of silhouette, or try to. Like for example, they probably cut a piece off there, in the making the photograph, make it black, just to disguise probably the larger shoulders what it would have. Definitely a man. Just a joke, like, isn't it? Unbelievable, like, really. Total horrible man, and look at this for a joke. the length of the arms, right? You know, like, it's what a joke. It's horrible, you know. It's crazy. And, that's just mental, like, you know. Right, so, you know, see from this, right, basically technology is the deal with which knowledge, right? So when I do technological innovations, it's for these purposes. And as you see here, symbolic objects, chance and visualization techniques to focus energy and intention, right? So basically, and they can obviously use music and TV and all that, you know, the stuff's basically for that purpose more than anything else. And see how Telia becomes a far or operating over distance, right? So like, you know, the telephone, television, all this type of stuff, right, is basically about throwing a spell over a distance, right? They can throw a spell out and then obviously transmit it over, you know, over a distance via a television set, or, you know, you can use a telephone. Telecommunications is basically about throwing spells, right? Like, obviously, you know, the communication satellites they put up was about throwing out the hex, right? They probably don't even exist, the satellites. As you see, it was the concept behind it was the star, you know, the 6-point star. Again, you know, like that Star Wars, which is basically the same type of thing. You know, that type of, looks like one of the robots in it, you know. Of course, you know, one of the most famous guitars made is a Telecaster. You know, the most famous guitar is a Fender Telecaster. So obviously made for, you know, projecting out spells, you know, like making spells. Spellcast. Again, like this one, obviously a spell. But this one again is like very openly, not a man type of thing, you know. It's not hidden like a lot of the other ones are. But put there for, you know, like a spell, you know. Let's see with this one. A former long distance runner and her wife Violet Reisboyer have 2 girls, Ola Tyle and Ola Bile, who were born through in vitro fertilization. Raise a boy, which is crazy. This is a total, you know, spell, and probably to put the stuff out into the open in a certain way, you know, to familiarise people's brains with this type of stuff, you know. So obviously you see how they cast a Samina, father children, right? So it's supposed to be a woman, yet it's father children. So again, it's on all the, you know, all the hex and spell. So basically you're getting, you know, like oral, tile. You know, tile as in Masonic, and horrible. You know, like it's just a complete hex. But basically what they want is to have like like everyone in the future society is going to be a trans. That's what they're trying to bring about. So, this stuff are basically putting it into people's minds to introduce all these concepts. We call it horrible, because just like the ones where they marching and not rattled over, sort of basically turning against transes, right? Which is just basically like a secret trans turning against trans. So this stuff's similar. It's like they introduce with fear and loathing, right? Introduce the ideas. So become horrible, horrible. So you see like this, right? Once a new idea springs into existence, it cannot be untaught, like now everybody knows what transes are, right? At one stage, like the majorities of people have never thought of it. Now everybody knows what it is, right? So it's put the idea out there. And as you say, first any new ideas pass through 3 stages. First they're rejected, right? And then they're sort of gradually accepted, as ideas as sort of normality. So you're talking about the technological science program of having the children will become like the normality, It already is for a lot of these population, even sonics. It's secretly going on now, see, and at some stage it's going to be people are not even going to be having the babies through the old-fashioned way, through having sex and then childbirth, It's basically not going to be done. So again, basically when you have the Victoria Beckham one, right, the posh spice from the Spice Girl, again they've coded in a lot of stuff. As you see, the 666 for when it had its first baby, and the C-section, which is again it's covering up a lot of stuff that it's like cesarean, right, with Caesar, which is the Roman, the Roman idea. So you got a posh in the Caesar, which is indicating the upper class type idea, right? And the castration section. Because obviously this one is one of their transes, right? And as you see, it's face now, and again it's went to rubber face, Obviously it was kind of a lot of facial surgery over its life, right? As you see, starting as a young trans, right? And then becoming the sort of rubber-faced, they all end up looking like, the rubber-face idea. Like a piggy little nose job, must have had a piggy nose job to make it look cuter, right? And then end up with a sort of rubber stretched face, like that. Where it's just basically like a load of jelly in the face. Again, this one, again, looking very masculine as it gets older. Because the spice, the spice what they're talking about in the Spice Girls is a King Solomon spice. It's also in the Dune, the Dune, they just recently made the Dune stories. It's all about as you can see, they're false. It basically made the Dune stories about this spice, the spice is basically the trans medicine. And again, they cover that up with an idea about this dangerous drug. Like a profane cover story about a drug being called spice. To take away from the true spice. You've got this idea circulating around now, about the synthetic marijuana spice. Again, right, this is all part of their thing. They've got a lot of people addicted to the marijuana and that type of thing, right, across the years. And then it introduced basically this artificial strain, which is harmful to people. So a lot of people end up as drug addicts who just go into it thinking, just a few Turks on a spliff, man, that type of thing, and end up as drug addict, right? This was all part of the plan, right? the proper one, see.